So in this video I'm going to show off a build that I came up with for the summit on Insane Hardcore. This is definitely not going to work on Nightmare. There are no spider protections or anything like that. But it works pretty well on Insane for farming XP. The idea was to try to get the amount of builder heroes I needed down as much as I could. So you could have as many open slots in your hero deck to level up characters. If you did have, say, a really strong apprentice, you could probably do this with only an apprentice, but with my current stats that I just showed, I can't do it without having a monk as well. Like I said, you're going to need a monk and an apprentice, both tower builds. As you can see in my hero deck, I just have a couple level 21s that I'm trying to level up. They don't have any gear, they're not going to help at all, I'm not going to switch to them. Start off the build, you're going to come to the top of the map. You're going to place down one flame burst tower at each of these staircases, and then swap over to your monk. You're going to place down one strength drain at the bottom of each of these staircases to strip the immunities and weaken the enemies when we put down walls later. And then you're going to run over to the door here where ogres come in. And you're going to place down another strength drain. Now that's it for the monk. You're going to switch over to your apprentice probably for the rest of the match. Put down another flame burst on either side here. On these stairs on either side. And then you're going to put down some walls too. Right inside the strength drain. The time is a little bit tight in these waves, but after you finish with your monk, it shouldn't matter. Because you're on your apprentice the rest of the time, you can build during the wave. And just flame burst towers can take you a pretty long way. So now we're gonna pick up mana and we're gonna start working on the top of the map here again. Mid-wave here, we're gonna put down some walls at the bottom of each of these stairs. Now because I'm not using a huntress also, I don't have traps to stop kobold damage on these walls up here. So that may need to be a thing to watch out for if your stats aren't the greatest. It's still doable though. In between waves during build phase you may just have to do some repairing. So at the end of this first wave, you're going to come up to the ogre door. You're going to collect the mana there first because we're going to go back to the top of the map to finish it off. You're going to put a second flame burst tower at each of these stairs. And then that'll finish off the top of the map. Collect mana as you go, repair if you need to. So up here by these two crystals, you're going to put down a deadly striker tower in the middle. On this wave, that's going to be the start of our Ogre Defense, but on this wave, what that's important for is Wyvern Defense. And then you're going to put down two magic missile towers by the crystals facing outwards. That's for Wyvern Defense as well. I could probably get away with one magic missile for Wyvern Defense now, but when I started making this build, I couldn't, so I just got accustomed to putting two there. Next up, you're going to put a magic missile next to each of these flame bursts down by the ogre door. And then you see that we have a defense unit multiple of 8. That means we're just going to put down 7 more deadly striker towers right here by this one. The idea here was to try to keep it relatively simple and really melt ogres with a lot of damage. The top of the map is pretty good. No ogres come from that way, and flame burst towers have splash damage. And among strength drain auras, nothing will resist fire damage. So that's a pretty good setup up there. You do need to keep an eye on it between waves though. That tends to be the spot that gets damaged a little bit more because kobolds come from that spot. And they don't get spawn killed from deadly strike towers, so you're probably going to need to repair strength drains and blockades every so often. So now here I'm just collecting mana, and then I'm going to head back up to the top by those crystals and place down more deadly striker towers. Just really spamming them right here. I didn't quite have enough mana here. Gonna need to go out and collect a little bit more to put down that last one, but you can watch that first ogre die. It's a relatively simple setup here. There's not a lot of complexity in like the tower choice. Obviously I'm just spamming down as many deadly striker towers as I can to kill ogres. So now that the last one's down, the build is complete. Just remember to repair as you go, as you need it. And I'm gonna speed up the rest of the map here. Thanks for watching.